Okay, we see. Who's Mother Hand again? Mamo, right? I think it's Mamo versus Harmony.
That's Mamo.
Yep. Not much to say. Oh, uh, yeah, not much to say. Again, I think one team is just a lot better than the other. I do think that uh, what looks to be really threatening. I mean, all of Mamo's mons look threatening. None of Harmony's mons look that scary to me, especially because Rabombi can easily get Tailwind up and like Rabombi doesn't even necessarily need to get Tailwind up. It can either like set up fast screens to like or like draining because we
Yeah,
just
honestly, I feel like that might be better. And do like fast
yeah.
screens into like Moltres like Nasty Claw. I feel like
Yeah.
that's
Yeah, I think
pretty
a
strong
fast screen
here.
with Bombi looks insanely good in this matchup because I think Harmony is very reliant on being able to secure like one hit KOs with Mons, or at least like 2-hit KOs with Instruct. Which again, what we didn't see like great Instruct usage from her in her week 1 game, but also I think if Instruct fails to get 2-hit KOs with spread moves because on screens, Harmony's in for a really rough time. So I'm curious to
I
see what's
agree.
on
Like her months kind of not all of them, but I think it's definitely present. Like her team kind of falls apart if she's not able to get that because she can't really outlast.
Yeah, she doesn't have Outlast. She doesn't have enough
Doesn't have
utility to stall. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, maybe she has like Brick Break on Hariyama's break screens, but we'll have to see.
I definitely doubt it.
Okay, so we see a Tauros Excadrill lead, and actually Tauros and Excadrill have the speed advantage here. I don't see a very clear way for Mammal with this lead to be able to prevent Trick Room. Barring like, for example, this being maybe like a choice band Terra fighting Paldea combat, because I mean, considering that it is an offensive Terra, it could very well be choice band to just like have a really strong nuke move into the Orin Guru. Otherwise, yeah, it does look like Harmony might be able to like either set up Trick Room for free-ish. Yeah, we'll have to see it. There's also a chance that like Harmony just knows that like Mamo is probably going to want to prevent Trick Room, protects the Orange Guru, and just attacks with Toxicity. Unfortunately, nothing that Toxicity can do is going to be really effective into this Excadrill. Both stabs, it's immune to both stabs, it resists Boom Burst, even the Terra doesn't help it hit Excadrill. So Excadrill looks really safe to just do whatever the hell it wants right now. It's just that like the Orange Guru is the threat here with possible Trick Room. So you see,
There's the
you
pot.
see the Insta Terra fighting, which does scream to me that it probably is choice band click and attack into the Orange Guru. Harmony does click Terra with Toxicity, probably anticipating a ground move from Excadrill, but also screams to me that she's looking to attack with Toxicity this turn, possibly into the Tauros, maybe with a Terra Blast. So see, close combat goes straight into the Orange Guru. That damage to me, again, as I've been saying over and over, could very well be choice ban. I think it is. Tip just comes out, high horsepower, doesn't double. Okay, throat spray, and the trick room goes off. So overall,
Can we
I mean,
talk for a moment about the ability on the Oran Guru and how it's
yeah,
not telepathy?
yeah. I mentioned it
Yeah,
in the
that's
week 1 game, and I'm seeing it again. And I think that she's really focused on this symbiosis being able to pass the citrus berry into the toxicity after it uses throat spray. But yeah, I do think that it's just way better for the fucking
no, yeah,
uh
100%.
yeah, it's a very good better just be
My thought was that
telepathy.
it might be inner focus, so it doesn't get faked out by the Tora cat. I don't fucking know.
I would be no, yeah, that's not true because it got intimidated.
Oh, okay,
So it's
okay.
100% she's doing this.
Yeah, no, that's the
Yeah, she's 100% doing this in
Yeah.
Mouse Thinking, which I think is
Mhm.
strictly worse than telepathy with Boom Burst.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you do see that even though Harmony did manage to get the trick room off, this toxicity still isn't in a great position because one, it still took a ton from the highest power, and two, it, it's not gonna the exegel isn't gonna die to any double up because like you can instruct the toxicity, but it's not gonna be able to kill the exegel, barring something like maybe it has some attack investment and instruct drain punch from the toxicity knocks out the exegel, but I somehow just doubt that it's packing Drain Punch, and even if it is, I don't think it kills at -1 with an Instruct. So I think this Exegel is free to target into the toxicity again. I am a bit concerned for um Mamo because he is opting to switch out to Paldean Taurus, and it does mean that whoever comes in might just be taking a double up from a toxicity clicking boomers twice. So you see the Wash Tongue come in. What? Um, yeah, folks. So when you have a boost on your mod, you often don't want to be switching out with the boost without doing much. Because for one, now it's not even getting. Oh, I just realized it couldn't boom burst plus instruct because it's not telepathy and it was going to die to the next boom burst. So Harmony couldn't click boom burst plus instruct to double hit whatever came in. But, and Overdrive would have killed this as well, and Sludge Ball. Oh, no, Overdrive wouldn't have killed it, but it wouldn't have done any damage to X Control. And if it clicks Sludge Wave again, it doesn't click. Oh my god, this is just all because it's not telepathy. So she can't click Instruct, even though she did manage to get the Trick Room off. Oh my god, Harmony makes me so mad sometimes.
I would click instruct even if it killed the Oran Guru. It can't be worse than what she did.
Let's just see what Ornguru does. Volt Switch gets clicked. Psychic does nothing into the X Control anyway. It's Iron Head gets clicked, which okay, it's fine. You don't want to like risk missing 5 horsepower into the slot. I mean, I guess you managed to get in Crawdon on the trick room, but like, don't know what Toxicity is doing for the rest of the game. At least the Crawdon is in the terrifying position. I do think that a knockoff might be able to kill Rotom Wash in this game from this range, and a Water Move obviously kicks out the extra from this range. I do think that there is the option of a knockoff plus instruct because I think that knockoff kills off both of these mons from this range with adaptability, which somehow with the Volt Switch puts Harmony in a fine position somehow this turn. But that's mostly because I think uh Mamo didn't sack Taurus and instead opted to let the Rotowash take damage from the toxicity. Because I do believe that if a Rotowash was at full health, it wasn't going to be able to die to a knockoff and Crawdon, but now I think it might. But you do see that the knockoff doesn't get clicked. Harmony just opts to go for the super effective move into the Excadrill, and the instruct goes into it. Like, if you're gonna click instruct anyways, you could have just clicked dark move. And I mean, whatever. Yeah, now the Crawdon gets fried by Luxury Move, and the Toxicity comes in. Somehow, like, again, now it doesn't have to boost, doesn't do any damage. You killed your own Mon. Like, the paralysis is on the moon, but the game's over. The game's over. Like, this is incredibly pointless. The Snarl does nothing, but it doesn't matter. It does look to me that that might be Specs Alchemy. I don't know why it's showing up as type this, but yeah, I mean, Exegel just cleans up the end game easily. yeah, considering Harmony's prep and play, I don't see how she wins game 2. And would be very curious. I'd be very surprised if this goes to game 3 because it's looking like her win con of setting up trick room isn't even enough to win her the game. So yeah, this looks rough. If Harmony quote me on this, Harmony might not pick up a single game for the rest of the season. Like if she continues to run this symbiosis nonsense. Now we see a double dark lead
Yeah,
into the intimidate all the Taurus.
yeah, that ain't that ain't the best, but
Looks rough. I don't know why the execute switches out. I don't think it ever needed to. So it's combat goes into it.
I'm screwed.
Oh, he finds a sash. The
So two
tailwind comes off.
ways, but Crabhammer into
Yeah, but
gets to play wrong.
helping hand.
That's
Crabhammer
still doesn't pick up
doesn't
the
kill it, but I think the Rotom Wash is probably gonna done the ball to kill. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. We do. Oh, I mean, the specs Dazzling Gleam probably is going to do a lot. Yep, Helping Hand, Dazzling Gleam does a ton.
Oh,
Like you'll see a bad habit from Mamo again, which is, again like Mamo preserved his low HP Paldean Taurus in his first game, and in this game again, the Moltres took a ton from this Helping Hand Crab Hammer, and instead of opting to just let it die or even click protect on it to like stall out tailwind turns, doesn't stall out a tailwind turn with protect. Like I'm presuming if you're running lefties Moltres, you're probably running protect. So neither stalls out the tailwind. It tries to position in the Paldean Taurus in when you know from game 1 that's probably spec Dazzling Gleam and it's gonna click it under the tailwind for free. Just Taurus in, lets it get killed instantly, doesn't stall out the tailwind turn with protect, and I might just be instantly eating my words because Harmony might just win this game with the tailwind Dazzling Gleam. Yeah, protect gets clicked on. Okay, at least
yeah. That seems
the double protect does get clicked this turn, but the Hariyama. Well, I do think that if Fort somehow manages to pick up the KO on Hariyama this turn, he could. I mean, I won't say Fort. Mamo picks up the Hariyama.
We're already so used to watching Fort games.
Yeah. I guess he could win because like the Iron Hit. I mean, again, it's a specs how Queen so Iron Hit probably just is able to kill it. If it gets in enough damage to do to Hariyama with the Moltres being preserved, it could just win with if it lands a Hurricane. But the same thing applies. Like the choice band Taurus would have with close combat should have been able to like more consistently win the end game anyways. So I don't get saving. But yeah, okay. Iron Hit gets clicked, that dies because it doesn't protect. You do enough damage, close combat gets clicked. But because it's close combat, I'm pretty sure that yeah, the Rotom plus the Moltres wins. You don't even need to click a flying move with Moltres and risk it because I'm pretty sure it should be running Fiery Wrath, and I think T-Bolt plus Fiery Wrath clicked should be able to close out the game because I don't think there's any way that the Hariyama takes out both these mons unless it's running Rock Slide and Rock Slide somehow kills Watchdog. Yeah, okay, it's Air Slash, not Hurricane, so
yeah, it's chill.
it wins anyways. But yeah, like you can see that Taurus would have won that end game anyways. So yeah, all we're seeing here is pretty middling both prep and play from Harmony, but also bad habits coming out from Mamo. I do think that if he doesn't change this bad habit, a better player would be able to punish such sorts of sloppy play and mistakes. But yeah, versus people like Harmony, I don't think he's gonna get punished. I mean, well, he didn't get punished, even though he should have been. Yeah.